Real-time performance. So that was real-time performance. Now let's do step recording. This is what we call step time. As you can see, that was step time. Clicking in. And we just click in by pressing the command key. And you see this new click later. Let's click in. Ta-da! Plus others includes keyboarding in. But we're not recorded, so it's fine. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to part 2 of the video of MIDIMaxi project log. This is number 2, editing MIDI events. We're going to teach you how to do inserting and deleting notes as well as events. This can be done by clicking in to a specific time, a specific track. As you can see, you put up the score. And it could be really easily inputted by pressing the command button and clicking in. As you can see, that is how you click in, inserting a note. As you can see, that was inserting a note. This is how you delete a note. You press delete on your keyboard, and there you go. Once again, command, click, and delete for inserting and deleting notes. This can be also done by recording your MIDI notes. As you can see, that was inserting notes while doing live recording. Right now we are going to talk about pitch. Pitch is a fairly simple concept. What you do is pick up on your piano roll, and just if you want to adjust the pitch, you just click on the MIDI note and go up or down. Easy as that. As well as on score, you can just go up and down. Easy as that. That was pitch. High pitch, low pitch, high pitch, low pitch, mid pitch. And there you go. Note length. The easiest way to do note length is to pick your MIDI note and just drag them as so, left and right. It can be really long or really small, depending on the preference. As you can hear, if you can drag this note all the way there, you can still hear it. As you hear, it just spreads around the sound environment. And that was note length. Placement. Placement is usually the placement of the first beat of the bar or the last beat of the bar. As you can see, the beat is not on the first bar, so what we do is just drag it onto the first bar, and that's pretty much it. And if you want to loop your MIDI tracks, just check your last note, and if it's okay, it will loop, as you can see. The last beat is okay, so we can just loop it as so. That's placement. Velocity. This is how you change the velocity of your MIDI note. You just go like this. Low velocity is a very not hard hitting note, as you can see here. See, it's very very low, not hard hitting. But if you want to go in the middle, you hear a little bit, as you see. And if you go to the top range, you can hear a bigger dynamic. Lastly, we will talk about quantization. What you do is drag all these notes and just go on the quantize note timing and just select what note you want or you need. It's 1 to 1, 1 to 2 a note, 1 4 beats, 1 to 8 beats, 1 to 16 beats. As you can see, if I can do 1 and 16, it will quantize much more better than the last one. As you see previously, before, after. Simple as that. Thank you for watching. Hi, today we are going to talk about part 3 of the MIDIMaxi project log. We will now begin with track automation. With track automation, you can edit any track and press A on your keyboard, or pressing this arrow drop. Then press this track volume, and there you see a green line. To insert an automation, you have to press the green line, and you'll see a green node. You can put it up and down, depending on the volume. This can be done by panning. You can go left or right, or center. If you really want to have fade in and fade out a track, you can do automation just like this. Up, down, and that's a fade out, as you can hear right now. And that's a fade out, a fade in. If you want to fade out, get another green note, just drop it down, and there you go. That's track automation. MIDI controllers. MIDI controllers can be defined in two ways. One can be software and one can be hardware. Hardware is the actual MIDI keyboard right here. And a software can be an indoor keyboard. Command K for GarageBand, and you see the keyboard. You can also do a typeface type of keyboard. So just like that. And that's pretty much MIDI controllers. It's very good for recording music as a soft copy, and also very useful for live recording edits if you want to do live editing. And that's much it. Automation of instrument parameters. We are now going to see the type of automation technique used for various instruments, such as this drum kit. I'm going to play it once through, just for a couple of bars. People would like to do like various like shapes and sizes to the automation, varying their tastes. Right now we're going to do a box type automation where there's a sudden drop in the drums, but then a sudden uplift of the drums. So this is how it should feel. Okay, ready? As you can see, those are various fade in, fade out drops. And that does it for automation instrument parameters. Filter cutoff. This is where we use the visual EQ of the GarageBand preference. This is where we deal with EQ and manipulating the MIDI device by using the equalizer. This is the high pass filter and this is the low pass filter. The high pass filter deals with bass and the low pass filter deals with treble. The middle deals with the mids in a song, and it will affect all manipulated MIDI, as you can see here. More bass has more punchy bass, but low bass, not enough bass. So if you put everything like on high, there you go. It'll sound like that. And if you just play around with it, you'll understand a good representation of visual EQ. Yeah. Also, if you press Analyzer, you can see the directions of the MIDI. It's pretty good, extremely useful device for manipulating MIDI data. Arrangement. Welcome to part 4 of the MIDIMaxi project log. We will talk about arrangement in this section. We are now going to input something called a marker. We're now going to insert a marker. First we do show arrangement track on the track submenu and press plus. As you can see, this is a marker. This is where we can rename it and entitle it names such as you can name these markers introduction, as you can see here, intro. There we go. And you can insert more markers and rename them, saying like verse or choruses, and this is really helpful for long tracks. Not as this one, but for extremely long tracks, and yeah, it's extremely helpful. Control of structure. This is where we control the markers and show where the MIDI is. As you can see, if you drag all that MIDI, you can place it to another side, and that really is the control structure, control section of this section. Awareness of sections. This is where you see all the MIDI and see if it's on the right bars. As you can see, that's not on the right bar, so you have to drag it up like that, like so, every 2 bars, for example. And that's how you understand the awareness of sections. Building parts. Building parts is just adding the markers and just feeling where the markers should be. For example, like the break, the chorus, the hook, as said before. Control of structure. This is where you use your MIDI and see and just get all the effects you want and just see the control of what the structure is like the EQ or the effects, seeing the threshold, the tag, gain, all that. Just knowing, understanding the structure. This is the last part of our arrangement section. We're going to talk about introduction and ending. This is where we name our markers intro and maybe, sometimes outro, but people prefer ending, something like that. And we can use this to our advantage, as intro can be a fade in, as you can see it, as we learned previously, green node, automation. And outro just fade out like this. So we're going to just play this section only. And that was outro. And as you can see, markers are extremely helpful for studio recording and amazing when doing MIDI projects such as this one. Therefore, it's highly recommendable to use these softwares and just grab the opportunity. As you can see, this is very helpful in live mixing or just mixing in general, and you can use this to your advantage, as other DAWs might not have this. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.